Well, good evening, our PJNET family, patriots, guests, visitors, distinguished guests, and all others in the sound and sight of my voice. Hey, what a great night. I want to say a special welcome to everybody here. Let's go down the roster. Data Genesis up there in red. That would be, well, me. Hazards 4, Steve, good to have you. Can't wait till Friday night. Steve helps us out on Friday night. If you hadn't visited on a Friday night, we let our hair down a little bit here. Okay, it's fun. Sunbelt Girl, your video co-hostess for this evening. And we have a special guest, Val Humphrey. It's her first time here. And Sunbelt Girl put the link to her Twitter bio page. I hope that you have clicked on it. I hope that you have followed it. I had the privilege of speaking with Val moments ago. That's why I was late, folks. It's her fault. And you will notice from her bio, she is with Western Free Press. Now, we have been pumping out the Confirm Gorsuch hashtag like crazy, but we're not alone. Western Free Press, you will find their tweets on that hashtag. And we hope to find out more about Western Free Press later this week, hopefully. Okay. Welcome, Val. Glad to have you. If you are watching and you're just not signed in, you're welcome to join the chat. You just do that by clicking in that little blue area down at the bottom. And you can log in with Facebook or Twitter. We encourage you to log in with Twitter so that we can, follow you and build you up a little bit. Okay, tomorrow I will be busy and Sunbelt Girl will be very busy. We are working on an event for Wednesday that's not yet on the schedule. The hashtag is being tracked. It is in the hashtag tracking page. We'll give you a link to that here momentarily. The hashtag is Stand with HFC. That would be the House Freedom Caucus, the champions of the conservative cause. And now what's going to happen tomorrow, I think it's at 12 Eastern, from 12 to 2, a group of people will be using that hashtag. It was their idea, frankly. And they're going to amp it up. Now, as you know, Tuesday is a special day here at PJNET. It is a day of praise, worship, and fellowship. And I think anything short of a nuclear assault on our country, it would still be a praise, worship, and fellowship event. If you come in tomorrow night, I encourage you to be here, but I also encourage you to check any anger or any politics at the door. It's a worship service tomorrow. So, at midnight tomorrow night, in approximately 27 or so hours from now, we will then load up a set of featured tweets with that same hashtag, and we will amp that up on Wednesday. And what I like about that hashtag is, one, they shortened it. The word Freedom Caucus or House Freedom, too long, way too long. So Stand with HFC. The other thing I like about that hashtag is it is durable. It has a shelf life. It can be used in the context of a full repeal, but it can be used in future context for anything. So I'm glad they came up with that hashtag, and I'm glad that PJNet can show our support for a good idea. That's what we do. Love it. Hey, did you watch those videos a moment ago of the lady with Nathan? Many of you recognized Nathan, and the girl he was with, her name is Debbie. Now, I spoke with her this morning. Well, actually, we texted. We had scheduled, she was trying to appear live tonight at this very time. But with the announcement of the vote in the Judiciary Committee, that pretty well preempted her day. And we are trying to reschedule, but she's busy, I'm busy, we're all busy, and hopefully we'll get that. But we're very interested in faith and action. That's FAADC. So let me say it this way: Foxtrot, Alpha, Delta, Charlie. Now you know. What a fantastic group. And Sunbelt Girl helped put those arrangements together through Nathan's father, who was an evangelist preaching a revival at her church. That's how this grassroots activism works. You go to church and you meet great people, like-minded people, you know what I mean? And but what an outfit they are. Real boots on the ground, grassroots. And the person that called me back, gosh, I want to interview her. She works in the office, but she was telling me all that they're doing. And that's what's neat. She could actually tell me things they're doing. Now, you talk to a lot of organizations, oh, we're fighting for you. Yeah, Really? Well, how are you fighting for me exactly? Well, we helped get. Really? Well, how did you help get that? Well, we've got. What do you have? What you wonder sometimes, don't you? I do. In fact, I have an upcoming video on another subject, kind of a detour here. The title of it is "I've Got." And many of you, if you've conversed with me, when I hear the word "I've got," that phrase triggers alarms in my mind. More on that when the video comes out. Speaking of videos coming out, I have to share this with you personally. The other day I did a video on Be Yourself or Somebody Else. That's the title. It's pinned on my profile page. The inspiration for that video came from just a 1-minute thing in my pastor's sermon a week ago. So anytime my pastor sort of inspires one of our, Empower Project videos, which can be found at byhisgrace.com, I always send him a note saying, "Pastor, thank you. You inspired this." Well, he always emails back and says something. But this time when he emailed, it said a lot. Not only did he reply to me, he forwarded this to all of the ministerial staff. So this thing went out to everybody in our church that works there. And he said that he would love to use that video in a future sermon, but he can't because there's one phrase in there where I say it chaps my hind parts. So that's a little rich for him. He said that some people might lose their breath. And I told him, well, it might be a good idea if they did lose their breath. Maybe they kind of shake them out of their whatever. But if you haven't seen that video, I hope you'll take a look at it. It's really getting quite a few views, more than normal. And I just enjoy doing them. And not only do I enjoy doing them, I feel that God has called me to do them. And Gina's not here tonight. I wish she were here. She does videos with me. Anyway, I'm speaking with FAA. We hope to hear from them this week. If not this week, we'll get to them. We certainly hope to hear from Western Free Press too, because when you look at the Confirm Gorsuch hashtag, you won't go down too many tweets before you encounter them. Speaking of tweets, you all are doing an awesome job. I got to tell you, it's there's not that many of us now. Not only the people here in the chat room, but people throughout the day are dispatching those tweets. And when I looked at the hashtag, it's just doing great. And I really commend you all for your faithfulness. Folks, this is a hashtag that we committed to and said we're going to stick with it through until the issue is settled. Now, it's a lot easier to just take a hashtag and jack it up one day, gin it up, But to do it day after day after day after day, the way you all have your fidelity, your stick-to-itness, your perseverance, your patience, your team player attitude, that's what propels the conversation on Twitter, and it is an honor to serve alongside each and every one of you. Okay, listen, we're going to get back to some more stuff. I'll turn the controls back over to Sunbelt Girl as we continue our live PJNET Confirm Gorsuch #rally.